Good morning, AC230. This is Sesh 15, Armando Paz from your class. As I mentioned on my previous post, I was working on my project and we had a piece of drywall. So I'm picking up where I left off. We're actually going to finish it off. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I just don't want to just, make a hole and call it a day. So we're actually going to use some paint today. We have our piece of drywall here, and what we're going to do is that we're going to give it 2 coats. I want to make it look a little pretty. And after that, we're going to work on making our target practice hole and so forth, and just kind of decorating it. So just wanted to show you guys, this was step one for me to paint the piece of drywall, so that we can later do the rest of the project. So right now I'm going to give it a coat of paint, something simple, just white paint. We'll probably just decorate it, add some simple decorations in. So we're going to be back in a few. We're going to paint both sides, and once we're finished, we'll take on the next step. I'll see you in a bit. So I just finished painting my drywall, so it's nicely painted on both sides. And so my next step was to kind of look for a round object to trace out what I'm going to use as a target for this tool. And so I had a choice of using a frisbee. I looked for maybe like the lid of a paint can, but that didn't work out. So this frisbee was a bit too small, and not only that, it doesn't have a round edge. So I found this light fixture, which is pretty adequate in size. And so what I did right before we tuned in was measure, make sure that it's centered. So I have about 12 inches on this end, and about 9.5 inches on this end, so it's nicely centered. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to trace it out with a pencil, like so. Okay, nice and dark. And so now that it's finished product for our target piece. As you see, we just decorated it, got a little fancy there, just put some logos and so forth, and we put the block arrows for pointing at the target. Here we have 3 sets of poster boards, one for each sport: football, basketball, and baseball. And so what we've also done is, aside from the foot positioning, is that we've grabbed a football and we've drawn out the silhouette of a hand, indicating for a person who or a student who holds the football with the right hand, or the righty, they would hold the football in such a way. So for example, for football, what we would have here is they would start off in this position, taking in mind that they're righty, okay, and then we labeled the footprints and so forth. They would start in this position, and then they would take a step to throw. And again, I just want to reiterate that we would, the instructors or any coaches would be there to indicate the hand and eye coordination. For a baseball, we've also done the same thing. We've drawn out the hand silhouette, we've drawn out the handprint, so that we can indicate the hand placement on the baseball. So in this case, you would hold it in such a way, and we would do something similar to the football, which is you would start off in the same position, and then you would take a step, and then step, look, and throw, aiming at your target. For basketball, I don't have a basketball with me, but we would do the same exact thing. We would draw the handprints, we would hold it with both hands, and what we would do in a basketball is slightly different. We would take a step and then pass. So that's pretty much it for now. This is the final project. Again, we have a board as a target, and then we have 3 foot positioning poster boards for each sport. Hope you guys like it, hope you guys enjoyed it, and that's part of my project. Thank you.